Hello, everyone, and welcome to round one back nine coverage of the MPO lead card here at the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship, presented by Barbasol. This is the last one of the year. A lot of feelings every year when we get to this event, but one of the most important feelings is excitement, because it's been another great year for the Disc Golf Pro Tour season, and it's been fun working with you again.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yep.
You too, man. And you know what? A lot of familiar faces
Yeah.
on this card right here.
Well, the reason why they're on this card is because they've been so familiar this year. This is the top performing 4 players on the Disc Golf Pro Tour season, and they started this event off with a more under par strokes than anyone else. Gannon Buhr started off at 10 under, and a rough early part of the front nine put him backwards. He's now playing catch up to others. Niklas Antilla, probably the number one benefactor from that, as well as Isaac Robinson out there getting a lot of birdies.
And Ricky.
Ricky's doing well too.
Yeah.
Nice par save he just had on the last hole in the front nine. Going to one of the most birdied holes on the course, hole 10, is an uphill par 3 at 333 feet. It's probably playing like in a 360 range. You can't see it from the tee. Just a dead straight flip up is what you're looking for.
And this to get to 4 under, which we were talking about it, that's a really nice score to get to. And he would get there pretty early.
Yeah, you're asking me what a good round is out here. And I think 4 to 5 under is where you start to feel like you avoided the potential disaster that Nevin can be at times.
Yeah, because it's rare you're going to get 4 birdies, no bogeys. Right?
Exactly.
So then you start getting into that 6-7 birdie range, and then a couple bogeys.
Yeah, it's
and
a
now
good
you're
day.
looking at 5 down. Yeah, that's really good.
It's a good day. Gannon's going to miss the birdie here with the early tree kick. Calvin also going to be in some danger, and it can be pretty dicey early left. Let's see if Ricky can put one up there. This is going to be fading left.
Gonna need some help.
And there are some trees up there. I think it might have...
Hit one of them, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No height. Just get the par.
Yeah, Calvin's just going to take another par, and it has been a slow-moving day for Heimburg.
One thing I like about this course is you can be pretty far behind as Gannon lines up a deep one.
Good
Wow,
effort.
that thing swung pretty fast. And then you rattle off 7 in a row, and all of a sudden... There's not a lot of courses like that where you get 7 in a row and you're gaining on the whole entire field, not just some people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Ricky for birdie. That's just perfect.
Gosh.
Absolutely.
How about
perfect.
that one? Was that pretty high?
That one he sent up into the stratosphere.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, look at that, man. Not cracking a smile. This guy is all focused today. Look at this.
Just as center as they make them on the stripe.
And he picked up his mini, too, on the first attempt.
He's like, thanks, Jerm.
Niklas having to straddle out to the right. Ooh.
Oh, worst miss I've seen from him in a long time.
He's got just as far coming back, but doesn't have to straddle this time.
He doesn't have to spin it, so he's just going to do his little pusher, pops it in there.
Have you seen Ricky Wysocki has one major flaw video on YouTube?
Yes.
It's the funniest. I laughed for 4 or 5 straight minutes. It's just a compilation of Ricky struggling to pick up his mini and the disc out of the basket. And it gets funnier for 5 straight minutes. And I thought I was asking for this for years, and I had no idea someone had actually made it, and I watched it today for the first time, and thank you to the creators of that video.
Proctor doing work out there. We saw his score. He's
Oh my goodness, man.
lots of red, and he says, I don't feel like stopping with the red.
It's such a perfect nose angle. Beautiful
going down
control.
the straight route, too, which is not one you see from a lot of people.
I think it makes a lot of sense for the Isaac Robinsons, the Ezra Robinsons, the people who like to go straight putter, straight mid.
The Proctors.
The Proctors of the world, of course, the wood technicians. That being said, Isaac and Ezra last year just go for that turnover every time, and I just don't quite understand it.
Hey everyone, I want to let you know today's video is sponsored by Wysocki. As you all know, Wysocki has been a huge supporter of JomezPro for many years now, and we have tons of great feedback from all the other people that have given Wysocki a chance out on the course because of our partnership with them. And as we enter the final event of the disc golf season in 2024, now is the perfect time to get yourself a pair of the Stormburst low tops. These things are very versatile. They're waterproof, not water resistant. That is an important distinction to make, as I always say, because some of these shoes will wear down over time when they're exposed to moisture, and that's never going to be the problem with Wysocki's. These Stormburst low tops are very versatile. They're not only great to get out on the course in different terrains and different kinds of tee pads, but you can wear them out on the town in a casual setting, whatever. Wysocki's are a game changer in the disc golf world, and they're making a huge splash, so to speak. And I think right now is a perfect time to get yourself a pair. And to do that, we're going to help you out. Just go to Wysocki.com/JomezPro. That's going to get you 15% off your first order. That's Wysocki.com/JomezPro, or click the link down below, or click the QR code on the screen right now. Now's the perfect time, as the seasons are starting to change into a little bit more unpredictable weather, to get yourself a pair of Wysocki's. They have tons of styles to choose from, so give it a shot. Thank you once again to Wysocki for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it.
Hole 11, par 3. Drone's just a little bit slower than that Subaru. Going downhill. Blind off the tee. You might actually be able to see just a bit of the top of the basket, but you can see here, it is just full slope behind the basket. So the touch that you have to get it to be close is very tricky.
Can you fit a Subaru down this fairway? I think
you can fit a Subaru and a half, I think.
Okay.
Maybe even two.
You're going to have to get really lucky.
And so far, he has been pretty lucky. His discs have been finding narrow gaps, and he's been making long putts to save par and some long putts to get birdies. So he's out there kind of just scrapping away. This is nice.
Go in.
Oh, my goodness.
Still gets a little 30-footer out of it.
Hits the tree of the base and still past the basket. Wow.
Don't turn. Yeah.
That was
narrowly
off the mark. No.
No.
No,
Okay.
You don't send from there.
Even when you're like almost over par, or he is over par.
I don't think you send it from there. We'll see.
I want him to.
Oh, that'd be killer.
Sit down, dude.
It's kind of like the anti-Calvin hole, because he likes to dig them into the ground and bury them. And this one it doesn't like that. You have to have touch coming into the ground play here. Well, you know what I mean? Like, where would Calvin have to hit for it to stop close enough?
He doesn't even have a look.
Yeah, he's trying to calculate how he can land flat.
He's got to miss. Jumps over the root. You got to miss. I like that. Bounce it right over.
If there ever was a technical approach from 55 feet, that was it. It was actually not easy to do.
That's not easy to do. Over the top with a putt from there. It's way up there, man.
Niklas coming back for the birdie. Oh, boy. Very well done.
Pulls it back into the bucket. I like that. Tricky.
Nearly a third of the field able to get a 2 on this one, which is pretty impressive. It's a tough get, but 9 birdies. Only 33 players playing the event. The reason it's 33 and not 32 is because they decided this year if a player outside the top 32 gets a win, a la Parker Welk 2023, he took a spot away from someone who otherwise was in the top 32. This year, if you get a win, anyone who's in the top 32 in points plus any winners will make it in. And Jesse Nieminen won the Copenhagen Open, and so he got his qualification through that. Isaac Robinson with nearly a perfect drive on 13. Look at this. Okay, well, at a certain point, we're going to have to stop being impressed with technical forehand thrown by Isaac because he's showing it off at MVP.
Yep. He's thrown a total of 9, and they've all been good.
They've all been great, it seems like. I don't think I've seen him throw a duff. This guy means business today, Paul.
Playing well. Playing really well. 13 under. T1. Look at this.
Oh, get back in there. Yeah. Niklas tied for first place with Isaac. James Proctor and Ricky Wysocki one back. Then there's a little bit of separation.
Let's go into a technical par 4. 622 feet. Slight turnover or sidearm that gets anywhere before this ditch. And then you just have to throw it as straight as a string for about 350 feet, 360 feet. And if you get to this ditch, you're loving life. But sounds easy, not easy. Not easy at all.
I don't know what part of that sounds easy.
Well, sidearm and then straight as a string.
That sounds easy.
Here's the first part.
Niklas, the inside forehand line. I wonder if that's intentional. That seems... The problem with that is once you start getting too far right, the angle for that straight as a string second part of that equation becomes pretty impossible.
Yeah, he's going to have to throw a roller or something from there, I think.
This is the more conventional route, but this also could take too big of a skip. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, you're looking at like, if you got the distance, like a putter, overstable putter, so it doesn't have a lot of action.
Yeah, look, this right here looks really good. Yes, that's going to be a perfect access to the tunnel.
And that was one of those overstable putters.
That's a mid-range that he's throwing.
Okay.
Just a slow, overstable disc. I think an MD5. And I like that route. There's also the booster jet option of the inside line that Calvin went.
No, I like the boosting. I like boost.
That's what we just saw Isaac do. He tried to get way across the ditch, and he was successful. Uh-oh.
Oh.
And that's how you get a bogey on hole 12.
Got greedy for no reason. He can throw putter shot, but he can't get there from there.
There's no need to throw anything faster than just get down the fairway a little bit. This is perfect right here for Gannon. Oh boy. Little putter, then straight as a string.
Sing to me.
Yeah, that's what Paul was talking about in the whole breakdown.
This won't be straight as string. Bend it like Beckham.
Scott. Oh boy,
Bend it. Stable. Now.
10 out of 10. From that spot.
Oh, with a little love tap.
And what has he done 2 out of the last 3 holes from that range?
Drano.
Like Ricky's chances after that shot. That was a really tough execution.
Can he string it?
There's a good one from Calvin. Ish. Yeah. Ish.
Not straight, though. Had a little bend in it. It's fine if it bends and then it comes back because it ended up back on the string. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
String is very important here.
Oh, sidearm roller. See, he could have got to this spot pretty easily. With
Exactly. And now, it's a double bogey now. He's going to hit that tree. Technically, he can make that. It's just going to have to... Yep, he's going to have to pull the 70-footer
So you're calling
out.
make from Rick. Early make. This is far.
I think the basket's in trouble.
Okay.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked the early call. I thought he would absolutely get metal, and he's frustrated.
Niklas a little bit closer. Okay. Oh, that looks good.
Oh, I thought he made it. It made the little clank sound that sounded like chains.
So it will be Niklas's first bogey, and it's going to be of the double variety. And Calvin unable to get the birdies right now. Ricky's going to tap out his par, and all this is going to happen before Gannon gets to his cleanup birdie. Gannon back to even par for the day now. And there is the double for Niklas. Yeah, I feel you there, Calvin. All right, Ezra, we haven't seen him since that park job back on hole 6. Oh, come on.
So good and still short. It's ridiculous.
This hole is so tough. It's the longest 406 feet I feel like you'll ever play. Yeah. So up and down round for Calvin today. Ezra, excuse me.
Yeah, mostly a down round for Calvin so far.
No doubt.
Man, look how smooth that was. No flutter out the hand.
Just follow the formula, folks. Learn the fundamentals and do what Gannon's doing. You're going to be good at disc golf.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. Today, the world is in the palm of your hand. Or at least this can is. For over 100 years, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
And hole 13 is a tough one. This is a... Man, it does not look like that from your mind's eye. That the little subtle bend to the right, it's more of like a horseshoe. It kind of feels like it just hooks back to the right. Either way, you got to get your tee shot moving to the right off the tee through a narrow gap, going up a hill, super rooty, so the skips are always inconsistent. The best way to get there is with a backhand that subtly flattens out. You can get a forehand to the spot, but it normally comes up a bit short. That looks great. That's so good.
Ooh, and just a little love kiss at the end.
I don't know if that looks intimidating to you folks at home, but this gap is pretty tough for what you're trying to do with the disc.
Guarantee they're thinking, easy. Hole 3 at our local par.
All right. Whoa, big skip on the Anheuser for Calvin.
That's a deal. I mean, it's going to be a little tight, but there's an option to get to the green from there.
He'll definitely have a fighting chance for the birdie. Let's see how Niklas responds after double bogey and just as pretty as you've ever seen a disc fly in your life.
Oh.
With the love tap to premium spot number 1.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see if he's just looking straight down at it because that's so rare.
That tee shot, I just want to pause this video right now and go back and watch it again. It was so pretty.
Ricky in a little trouble.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting now. And the early right side doesn't allow him to really get much advancement down the fairway. You can see his disc right there in front of Gannon by about 50 feet.
Gannon gets away with it early. Now it's just how far can you get? Oh, jeez.
There's a good kick. Edge of the circle.
Here's that fighting chance.
So he's going to go down this left side, or is he playing the Anheuser? Okay, he's going down the left side. A lot of trees over here, but Calvin didn't see any of them. Oh, my goodness.
I would never have gone that route. That's crazy.
Nearly taking a 2 on the tough 13.
So, yeah, Niklas actually outdrove the perfect landing spot.
That is wild. Too much turn on this. Fights its way down the hill, but I feel like that is definitely a letdown of an approach from that good of a drive. Yep, that's how you do it.
Sit. Yep, very good.
So Niklas will be first. Downhill.
He likes these. He was just short. is playing a little shorter.
And just like the straddle putt he had back on hole 10, airballs it right. So a little bit off the line on the straddle right now for Niklas.
I think we know where this is going.
Oh, yeah. Maybe never been more sure about anything in my entire
he just
life.
has too many bogeys in a row to miss that. Not in a row, but on his scorecard.
Yeah, he had a double bogey stretch earlier with a par and then another bogey.
It seemed like Calvin was a little bit leaned over, really wanted that one. The weight was going towards the target, good pace.
Good observation.
I think he should watch this. I wonder how many pros watch their own film to see.
Sometimes I do now just because it was fun to see me winning.
No, I mean like your form, like
couldn't care less anymore. I just wanted to see happy
good
times.
Stuff. Yeah. There's something to that too. Give yourself some good memories. Or like,
I haven't done it in a while, but every once in a while it's fun. Unfortunately, some of the early wins that I had, I was commentating for, and listening to yourself commentate is, especially on yourself, is the worst thing you can do in this world. I advise you at all, go home and try to record yourself commentating your own shots and then listening to it. It's horrible.
I think you did a good job, Jerm.
I'm just saying it's not fun.
I never listened to it, but I'm guessing. I guess I'm guessing you did a good job because you do a good job here. One of the best to ever do it.
Hole 14, par 3, dead straight, 406 feet. Just want to quickly point out the basket that Mark Uther installed right off the tee to the right, wrapped around one of the trees there as a kind of just a nice little token of appreciation for anyone that you've lost in the sport. It's the Matt Keats Memorial after all. He helped build this course way back when. You can see the basket right there to your right. Just when you're playing your casual round, you just tap one out for your buddies.
I mean, just
every
hops
single
every
single one.
How do you hop every one of them?
Just when you're good, you get lucky, man.
Or they're not like every disc hops them because they're kind of.
It's all simulation, anyways, dude.
Look at this. Oh,
it's all simulation,
ready?
man.
Oh,
nothing's
grind,
real,
grind.
dude. Those stumps seem very real when my discs are going near them.
Don't hit that one. Oh, he's gonna.
It's all simulation, man. It's all fake.
Yeah,
it's all fake, dude.
I just
nothing at all is real.
Now I know why you don't want to listen to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look at this. It is a simulation.
Dude.
I agree. Kick left.
Super pros on 14. This hole is.
That's the best I've ever seen, maybe.
And Calvin's back. Calvin's like 65 feet away, and it's still one of the best groupings of tee shots you're ever going to see.
Please make this pretty, please.
Oh, good effort.
Just an inch.
The want was there, though. A good effort.
Oh, and this is actually a bad spot. Gonna have to come out with Anheuser. Doesn't get it on Anheuser.
And the frustration starting to set in there for Niklas. Follows up the double bogey with a couple of pars.
Yay or nay?
Yay.
Like guessing. Oh my
yay.
God. Nothing more yay than that. That's 50 feet playing a little bit uphill. 45 playing 50. Look at this. That's just something beautiful about that.
Mm-hmm. That's the best in the world being the best in the world is what that is. Ricky somehow fit a hyzer on hole 14.
Yeah, I like that play. Pull it from left to right on hyzer and then push and then be 60 feet short. That's the typical hyzer play.
That is, I mean, you're not going to see many people on a 406-foot straight as a rope hole like hole 14 throw a hyzer and make it get all the way through. That's pretty special. And these guys are going to walk right past one of my favorite holes in this course.
Look at this.
I know.
It did come out just straight spike hyzer.
It's crazy.
Or stall hyzer.
We're going to go to traditional hole 8. We're going to pass traditional hole 7, but do you remember hole 7, the 200-footer?
One of the best holes on tour.
I loved seeing pros squirm at a 206-foot hole, and I kind of hate that we don't play it. But this is a good hole, too.
I think this year, a lot of people will be jump putting it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you know Gannon would be just jump putting it for sure.
Yep.
Anyways, hole 15, par 3, 346. You think the best play is the hyzer or the backhand straight shot? The hyzer forehand or the backhand straight?
I think the hyzer forehand's more wide open, gives you more room initially to work your angle into a flight. At least going down the right side, 10 feet out of your hand if you got the bird or not, pretty much, But I mean, look at that. That's what you want to do.
I love the signature element of all the beech trees scattered down the fairway on this hole. It really is a beautiful forest here.
Ricky going with the turnover right side. And I like the heavy
The width.
Anheuser.
Yeah.
Yep. See? Dead.
Okay, hits trees, but I think the way to play this hole, if you're going the Anheuser, is to actually go with super flippy hyzer and then let it late turn. If you try to do the traditional Anheuser, the Isaac Robinson wide with just the angle play, I feel like it brings those trees into play.
Ricky just did.
Right, exactly.
But I thought with his power, he would get to the bend spot
a little bit
rather
faster.
than thinking of my game to where it takes, you know what I mean? It takes a while.
Good shot for Calvin. He's got to look from the edge of the circle, going the straight route.
And there you go.
Look at the height.
Yeah, but it started off on the hyzer, and it got around the corner.
That is gorgeous. That is special, folks.
Stall, hyzer, flip to late turn.
That is so creative.
Always the right height, it seems like, for this guy.
No doubt. Oh, Ricky on the putt?
Yeah.
I was thinking just Niklas with that turnover. I mean, he gave it the perfect amount of height to get it to turn at the right time. All right, Calvin.
Now he's starting to get a little closer, within 6. Three rounds and a little bit to go.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
Yep.
I mean, essentially after this round's over, most of the moving in the up and down directions is going to pretty much show you, like, do you play Nevin well? Like, anything can happen any day. I'm not going to say that what happens today is going to happen tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday. Of course, everything's going to, it's just chaos out here with all the trees. But
Gannon just got the 13 under.
How that happened too fast.
Yeah.
Like, Niklas had like
nowhere.
6 strokes on him.
Yeah, just like all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I'm on pace for the norm.
3 birdies on 15. The most birdied hole on the course today, actually, over half the field.
Wow. Surprising. Surprising when anybody on a course like this can get that many birdies on a hole. Maybe that uphiller, but.
Yeah, but not even there.
Yep. Yeah, so just up the hill, 410 feet, as straight as you can do it. You got bad rough on the left, bad rough on the right. If you hit anything early, it's almost a guaranteed bogey. Hit the initial gap, get as far up the hill as you can, crest the hill, and you might have a little putt.
This might kick left. Okay,
That's bogey. That's bogey time.
It's
possibly.
going to be, going to have to get creative.
Can this get close? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
if it caught the nose up and got the big skip, he might be in C2 somewhere, but
It's so funny how it's like, oh yeah, not that great. That's a great shot.
oh, it's an incredible shot. But this hole just requires a little bit extra.
These can get lucky. That's pretty lucky. He's going to be able to maybe even jump putt it to a par.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is going to be about 30 to 40 left.
Perfect.
To get some help. Oh, there's your help.
Perfect.
How does he get the help every time?
2-time world champ.
Oh, he did get 2 really good kicks. Gannon.
Yeah, a lot of creativity.
Flipping, sidearm, stalling out.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Did good to get to there.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's a bogey.
Anything early, and it's just almost impossible. So not quite a jump putt, but easy little 2-piece right into the circle. I was on this card, not this particular card, but on this hole in the Pro Tour Championships last year. We got a star frame.
What?
Yeah.
That means that you birdied this hole?
Yeah. I know. I was actually the closest. I was only like 12 feet.
I'm just kidding. That's awesome. That's, yeah.
Yeah, Jerm, I threw it in from 400 feet.
Yeah,
Calvin's been an inch low a lot today, which he has been an inch low a lot this season.
And for his career. Some may remember the huge putt Ricky hit on this hole coming down the stretch final round last year in that classic battle between him and Kyle Klein.
That was wild. And Kyle was parked. All right. We're going to catch up with Isaac on hole 18. That's done.
Oh.
Yeah, that's tough. He has a great round going. And now to get up and down from there is, well, at least he's hugging the OB line, but big left to right bender. He's going mid-range.
Paul, he's overturned it. Paul, this is not going to clear. Oh,
and he doesn't get to move.
Boy, no, he does not. He is going to be rethrowing, and now he has got to get up and down for the double bogey. This is not the position you want to be in right now, especially he's been clean. One of the only clean scorecards on the day. And that's what he has left. 30 feet left for the double bogey.
Wow.
Gut check time. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So that's going to drop
under.
him. Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good work today, but man, it does not feel good to finish with the double bogey, of course. But now look at Ricky Wysocki, man. 5 under for the day after a slow start. And now he is in the lead by 2 strokes at an event that he has won consecutive years on a course that he feels comfortable at. Uh-oh.
Yeah, lookout field. One of my favorite holes, hole 17, par 4, 850 feet, tight gap off the boot, hyzer out of the gap, and then don't go be left, then you come to this island type green right here. I mean, sidearm, big turnovers. This is just a great addition to the course.
They reshaped the island a bit, and I think it's much tougher this year. And this is just a diabolical par 4.
I mean, this gap looks pretty big, but when you're throwing as far as you can,
you got to rip
small.
it.
Yeah.
And that is position A1 right there for Ricky. That's going to set up a really good opportunity to go forehand hyzer into the green.
You know, thinking about the big mistake that Isaac just made, it's just, I think it's one of those things to where it's go, go, go on the tour. There's no time to play smart and, oh, I'm 8 under, let me pitch it to the center. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have the mindset of, like, I'm a killer, I'm going to get them all. Because I've been seeing little mistakes like that, you know, even from Niklas on that one hole where it's like, okay, time to lay it up, man. Time to not go for it. And You can leak a few extra here and there.
I wonder if part of that is just the fact that he went out of bounds off the tee and he thought, okay, I got to save the par. If that was an inbounds tee shot, I wonder if he's still as aggressive.
I feel like that's when it's time to get the Band-Aid, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Like, okay, I come in with a 7 under. Whew, pretty good.
Well, all 4 players throwing great tee shots. Calvin up first, going mid-range turnover. This has got to be perfect. And this is just too low. I don't think this has a chance. That's not even close.
Yeah, that was asking a lot. Got to give it a lot of height to get a mid-range all the way there.
He's got the power. He just threw it too low.
This is the shot. You got to have the 460 all hyzer.
Yeah.
Which actually plays more like 420, 430 all hyzer, you know, the power at least.
I think he's in the 380 to 390 range, but the power that you need to get that hyzer there is closer to that 450 range. I think you're right. Niklas going turnover backhand as well. This is moving so nice. Oh my gosh, flies over the top. Does anyone throw prettier anhyzer than Niklas, like in the history of the sport?
Barry Schultz.
He had a very pretty flight.
But no, maybe not.
Yeah, that's just child's play.
That's not pretty, but just swamp smack.
Swamp smack. Yep.
But the bank account looks pretty.
Shooey. Calvin trying to wobble it in for par, and he's going to take a bogey. And
38 feet.
Yes.
That's pretty dang good, right on the pole. Yeah, we see a little crowd out there, but if you're watching this from home, man, get out there, support these guys. They did a lot of work to get here. I'm expecting we're going to have a pretty big crowd out there over the weekend.
I hope so.
But if my words do anything, it's a lot cooler to see it in person, I'll tell you that much.
I played a nice birdie there for Gannon. I played a Pro-Am here the other day, and I got to pair up with the Mingos from hole 16 at DDO. Mm-hmm. We had a great time playing, and one of the things they kept saying was, it's just unbelievable the difference between seeing it in person and seeing it on camera. And even watching this course on camera right now with you, I hardly recognize the holes, even though I know where they're at.
Sure.
Because it's just seeing that being there in person is just such a different experience.
Yep. You could do both. You go watch, and then you watch this right afterwards. And 3 birdies on that hole, pretty incredible.
Yeah, I'm surprised that 13 of the 33 players got the birdie on hole 17. Wow. That is a huge number on a very difficult hole. And speaking of difficult, we got the hardest hole on the course. We save it for last. It's hole 18. 830 feet. The OB on that right side really constrains what you're able to do as far as biting off distance off the tee. From there, you have a big mandatory in the field that you have to go left of, and then you got to get over that wall to an elevated basket. Out of bounds is tight everywhere you go. Getting a birdie here just feels like winning the lottery. At least a scratch off ticket.
Yeah, for sure. Like you just want a free ticket. You're like, sweet.
That Ricky. That's a really good tee shot from Rick.
It's as good as it gets, man.
It really it is.
It's another one. It's basically the same sidearm I feel like he just threw.
Correct.
You know, into that green, which is so hard to get that much distance. I mean, this shot
that's
right here.
That's nearly just as good.
He doesn't have the sidearm to get to the pin. So I think for him, somebody throwing a backhand in the pin, you want to be left. It gives you more room to throw something straighter, right? And you don't have, think about where Isaac was. You have to throw such a sharp bend, it's hard. If it doesn't come out of the anhyzer, you're short. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Gannon bends that one perfectly, stays in the fairway. These guys make gaps, and throwing hard just seem like it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
See this right here, left side, straighter shot, easier to make the Mando, I think.
All right.
This
Gannon's
is so
going to
far.
attack
How
this.
far is this?
400.
400.
Maybe just a little bit inside.
400 stalling out. Does it get to the circle?
To the edge.
Wow. Such an advantage. Imagine coming in this hole and then somebody can just do that.
It's pretty awesome, man.
Pretty crazy. Ricky, same thing.
Low burner. Just no doubt about its safety, you know, and like sets him up for a 40-footer.
I mean, that just shows you how much power Gannon has with the sidearm. Because Ricky's coming up short.
Yep.
Wow. See what I mean? Now you can push it left and then bring it in.
Wow.
There you go.
That's gorgeous.
See how it opens up the flight?
That is so well executed by everyone so far. All right, Niklas with a technical 350 feet left to the pin.
You think that's all it is?
Oh, no.
That's the same thing that happened to Isaac.
Yeah.
Too much turn, trying to get around the corner.
Oh, boy.
I feel like, if anything, you need to play this straight and play to the left side.
Yeah, and like if you
know
go
what
out
I
of
mean?
bounds,
Yeah.
at least cross. Yeah, you hate to throw from the same spot 2 shots in a row.
It just doesn't pass the eye test for a backhand, you know?
No,
so
it doesn't.
awkward. So awkward, pardon me. And this one's in danger of going left, OB. Needs to get down in a miracle almost. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, they pushed that all the way back to the second cut.
Okay. So, edge of circle, that for the bogey. Meanwhile, Ricky for birdie.
Oh, my gosh.
Little mini Raptor.
Yeah. I mean, bogey free, dude. That's not
Was
the,
it?
Yeah, that's not the guy you want out here going bogey free. I promise you.
That's so hard to do. Yeah, bogey free. Wow, I'm checking the stats. You're absolutely right. And Isaac was the only other player clean until 18.
Slow start, you know?
Yeah.
Big putt here for Niklas.
Oh, no. And a third air ball to the right today. And it's going to be another double bogey for him. And that's going to drop him off the lead card going in to round number 2.
Yeah, we know where that's going. Dang.
What a day. I mean, all the advantage that Gannon built for himself throughout the season, he threw away after 3 or 4 holes.
Yep.
And then he just spent the rest of the round clawing it back.
Yeah, clawing back a whole season of work.
An incredible back 9. It reminds me of, I think, didn't Ricky shoot like an 8 under in the back 9 last year on the course?
I think he did, yeah.
And like this course, the back 9 is where it gets really, really tough. And so to see Gannon put together that work there to finish 3 birdies by our card on hole 18 is gross.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin really shot himself in the foot. You gave 9 to Ricky. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
There were 5 birdies on the hole, and we just saw 3 of them on our lead group.
Wow.
Well, there is our lead group for tomorrow. Isaac Robinson and James Proctor jumping up 7 under, the hot round of the day for Ricky and James Proctor. James did it with some bogeys, though, so a lot of birdies for him. And that gives you a good indication of what a really good round out here is.
Yeah, you called it on the numbers. You said 7 under is a great round.
Yes.
That's the hot round for the day. And then you look down the scoreboard. That'll give you a good idea. Anything under par on this course, pretty dang good.
I think we might see double digits at some point this weekend.
Yeah.
If we do, it's going to be somebody that's going to jump way up, or they're going to be taking a big lead, because that is so tough to do here at the Nightmare at Nevin.
I mean, you go down the leaderboard even farther and you'll see a lot of over par strokes or scores coming from the top 32 in the world.
Yeah.
You know, there's like 10 people shooting over par on this course. Anything can happen out there.
3 rounds to go for the 2024 season, and we're going to see who emerges as this year's Pro Tour Championship winner. Excited to bring you the action. A little sad the season's coming to an end, but we're going to do our best to bring you all the words with all the shots.